Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your October 2024 reading. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity. To get more specific and detailed with your reading, Sagittarius, I do this because you know I love you. I love my Sagittarians. I do this because I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, all right? As if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Sagittarius, this is a big month. It's a wild month. It could be a testing month. This is a month where things will get really intense. There's still a lot of work activities that's happening for y'all, and in a great way, in a really good way. You're going to have a little bit more like time with family and friends, but you're also going to have a lot of alone time. You're going to be thinking about a lot of things, okay? And that may be something that gets really intense, really going deep, okay? I'm going to explain why in a second, but I want you to know that this is a month where we have the eclipses, all right? So expect a lot of change, okay? A lot of changes to come for you, Sagittarius, a lot of changes to come. It's also a month where your emotions may be really, really amped up, all right? This is really, and it's gonna happen more toward the end of the month. It's honestly like the month, like it's like as if we're starting off the month like Jon Snow, okay? But then it slowly transitions into like Arya Stark. All right, that's how it's going to be. And it's because we're entering Scorpio season, but it's not just the fact that we're entering Scorpio season. Mercury is moving into Scorpio. Mars is moving into Scorpio. And this is all happening during eclipse month. Eclipses are game changers. They're wild cards. They're really going to change the course of pretty much like the next year for y'all. So let's get to it. The first half of the month, Mercury is going to be moving into Libra, by the way. And so at this point, we have Mars in Libra, the Sun in Libra, because we're still in Libra season. And now Mercury is joining the pack. And so this is really great. This is like the first half of the month, you could be really social. This is all in your 11th house. This is a time where you may even be thinking about like friends and friend groups and groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. If you even social media, there could be like a rethinking, strategizing around that. But it's also your 11th house is your hopes and wishes. So there's really like it's a good time to like take control of it, really manifest, really communicate the things that you want at this point. I've been saying in every reading, it really is like, you know, if the sun, Mars and Mercury are all together, right? They're linked up. They're linking their arms. They're walking through this beautiful forest along this path next to this gorgeous river. It's really nice. It's really nice. But then Mars moves into Scorpio. Mercury moves into Scorpio. We move into Scorpio season, which is really intense. It's all about power. It's all about transformation too. And so they're no longer like casually walking. They're more like speed walking now. They're power walking, and they're jostling, and it's they're, you know, even a little competitive, but can be a little aggressive with Mars and Scorpio. And that's the thing, because Pluto will be going direct. And so Pluto, by the way, is the ruling planet, the modern ruler for Scorpio. So you see how there's so much intensity that's going to be happening this month during, coincidentally, the month of eclipses. Now, Pluto going direct is in Capricorn. So that is your second house. Salary, money, finances. It's going to be a lot of movement now. A lot of movement in that direction. And the reason why there's going to be a lot of movement in like money and career is because not only does Pluto go direct, but on, what is it, the 9th, Venus is changing signs. So that's the interesting thing about this month. It's not just about the eclipses. It's the fact that Mercury after being in Virgo forever, okay, is finally moving signs, okay, moving into Libra. But also the same thing with Venus after being in Leo forever, what feels like forever because it was retrograde pretty much all summer long, is now changing signs, moving into Virgo. And I'm not gonna lie, Venus is in its fall in Virgo, but we'll talk about that later. But that is your 10th house of career. So not only career, but public recognition, fame, honors, achievements, all of that. It's going to be a wild month, especially like when it comes to career. Like you will have like a lot of activity around that. Now, Mars is moving into Scorpio on the 11th, and this Mars is the ancient ruler, the traditional ruler of Scorpio. And Pluto is going direct, and Pluto is a modern ruler of Scorpio. So there's a lot of like powery kind of energy, okay? Empowerment energy. I want you to use that to your advantage, going toward your goals and the things that you want to accomplish, because Mars in Scorpio already is very aggressive. It's very like now. It's like that kind of energy, but it is all about personal growth. It's all about you growing and using those energies. Remember, Mars is all about ambition. It's your drive. All right. So keep that in mind. But all this activity in Scorpio will be in your 12th house. And the 12th house is the subconscious. It is your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, Sagittarius. All right. It's intuition. It's facing your fears. Okay. Self-sabotage lives in the 12th house as well. So it's really unrooting things at this point. It's unrooting things and having transformative moments in that. And it's really, I feel like you're just going to become a lot more intuitive. Okay. Scorpio is a very intuitive sign, by the way. And so I really love that for you, but it really is going like gangbusters now toward your passions. It's like, the analogy I've been using is like, you're the final girl in a horror movie. All right. But instead of hiding, you're actually chasing the monster now. You're fed up. You're like, nope. No. I got dreams. I got things I got to do. I got my whole life ahead of me. Get out of here. Get out of my way. Get out. Be gone. Okay. So it really is like when I say like passions amped up, emotions amped up, you are definitely going toward your goals. Okay. So just stay invested in the things that you want. It's all about that investment. All right. Again, whatever you are investing your time, energy, heart, blood, sweat, tears, soul, all of that. Keep at it. The other thing is, the eclipses. All right. So we do have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. That's going to happen on the 14th, 15th, depending on, where you live in the world, but just mark that in. It's huge. The last time, and I want you to think about this. I did a video on the 3 months ahead. I'll put it up here, but I'll leave it at the end of the thing too, because sometimes I forget. But there's I want you to think, there's cycles. Everything's in cycles, right? So the last time we had a new moon solar eclipse in Libra at this same degree was in October 2004. So if you remember what happened around that time, you could see echoes or patterns. Okay. It really is a game changer. It's really setting the course. You have to remember these eclipses are, they're in hyperdrive. Okay. I always say it. Think of Clark Kent turning into Superman, Princess Diana turning into Wonder Woman. Those are what eclipses are. The energies are long lasting. They're very powerful. They are extremely powerful. Okay. And so again, there is going to be something, along your hopes and wishes, something new that's starting to happen. All right. Because again, this eclipse in Libra is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. And also your social network. You can make a new friend, like a new BFF. You could join some really big group. You could even start some sort of something that has to do with social media. But remember, all this activity in Libra leading up to the new moon solar eclipse in Libra during Libra season is a big deal. And so a lot of it can be partnerships and relationships as well, because Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, but there still is a sense of like, something's got to go, all right, to make room for all this newness. Now, the other thing is a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. Yep, that is going to be a big thing. And that really is more just like, it's going to be high energy. It is happening in Scorpio. Funny enough, it is, the opposite sign of Scorpio, Taurus is. So, as we know, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus is right now in your sixth house. So everyday activities, there could be something, and also work, the process of work as well, like hiring, and sixth house is also like projects, and there's a lot that this like pets as well, health as well. If you're here for health, there could be something that is really concluding at this point, all right, for something new to come through. But it is really game changing. It is also a time for you to really like really focus on what brings you comfort and stability. Also, your finances, putting that in order. Again, with Pluto going direct in Capricorn, there could be some like attention on finances and money and salary. But with that said, let's get started. If you are new to my channel, by the way, after I do your spread, don't forget, stick around. I break it down week by week, okay? There is so much happening this week. And so I pull a lot more cards because, and I do this in addition to the weekly readings, but just to give you an idea of like what to expect, because there is so much happening this month. Again, it's not just eclipse month. There's a lot happening. I haven't even mentioned the luckiest days of the year or the month. There's so many great days this month. I haven't even mentioned them. So let's get started. Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for October 2024. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you know your birth chart, feel free to read for your moon, your Venus. Obviously moon would be very important, especially with these eclipses. And if you are here for career, I would definitely think about, reading for your Venus, because Venus is moving into Virgo. Like I said, that is your 10th house of career, of fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. And it doesn't even have to be career. It's just like how you want to be perceived, the things that you, the attention that you, how you want people to see you. And this is going to be a big thing because that is leading up to your birthday season, right? All of this activity is leading up to that. So with that said, let's get started. All right, Sagittarius, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for October 2024. Oh my gosh. I'm like at that point where I'm just like, these readings are going so long and I'm just like, what year is this? Where am I? I'm joking. Anyway, Sagittarius, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, I want to thank you all for, I've been getting a lot of, maybe I said something. I'm sure I probably said something about my haircut. In some of the last readings, I've been getting a lot of compliments. So I really thank you so much for that. And I do apologize for shaving it all off. And it's all gone. But I hope you like my haircut. I don't know. Let me know. Leave a crazy face emoji if you do like it. The other thing is Sagittarius. Let me put this down. The other thing is... well, let's just get started because the other thing is I'm going to talk really fast because these are going to go really long. So I'm going to talk really fast. Okay. Yeah. You're already there. Everything that I just said is right here. Okay. Everything that I just said. So even if you took all that astrology away, it's still what's happening for you. Eight of Swords. Came in your past though. All right. So we call this a self-victim card. So remember how I said there's going to be a lot of activity in Scorpio with all this activity moving into Scorpio. That is your 12th house. Okay. Subconscious. What is a subconscious, right? It's where we store our memories, okay? And it's including all those low energy frequencies like fear, like stress, anxiety, resentment, regret, anger, all of that, right? And so there is going to be a lot of unrooting those things, and facing those things, asking yourself, why do I feel this way? And whatever, and taking action to remove them. Okay. That's what this month is. Now, like I said, we call this the self-victim card. The Eight of Swords came up in your past, all right? And so there could be a lot of things that you are facing, a lot of changes that have been happening in your life where you're just at this point where you're like, okay, I've got to do something about this. And if you don't, it's going to be hard to reach enlightenment, okay? It's going to be hard to have those moments. So again, I'm going to show you something here. You can see she's blindfolded, she's bound, literally out of touch, right? Surrounded by swords, she thinks she built this fortress, but the reality is prisoner, okay? Prisoner of her thoughts, because the swords are the mental suit up here. Remember what I said. A lot of activity up here for you this month, all right? So it's all about facing your fears. And, you know, it's not something that you can do overnight. Okay, some people can, but it's taking baby steps. You can see that her feet are free. She can walk out of this anytime she wants to, literally anytime she wants to. Okay, it may not be easy. It's, you know, it's mud and water, so, you know, like muddled clarity, but at least she's walking out. All right, so that's up to you. All right, remember, this is the self-victim card, so it could be like there could be some things that you are you don't want to face. There could be things that have been stressing you out, and it's making you just go within. You don't want to do that. You want to walk out of it. All right, because when you walk out of it, it's all over. You got the Ten of Swords in the heart of your spread. Now, this is the card of New Dawn. So 10 is the end, right? 10 is culmination. And now, if you think about it, 1-0 equals 1, new beginning. Look at this card. It's a card of new dawn. Those dark clouds are actually clearing. The sun is coming through. It's dawn, all right? And so this man, completely impaled by the swords, saying, this month, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to face, fears you're going to have to face, and you're going to have to let them go, okay? You're going to have to release them, all right? You're going to have to, it's honestly, listen, you're going to have to do it, and you're going to have to learn from him, because look at his hand. It's the same hand gesture as a Hierophant, right? So it's almost like anything, if you feel that you have hit like rock bottom, or if you feel like things have been so intense and it's just like, I don't know a way out of this, or like I can't go any further, have that moment, face your fears, ask the big questions, ask the questions, why can't I go any further? Why do I feel like I've hit rock bottom? And then when you have answers, you can have solutions, okay? And so it's almost like it's like a blessing in disguise in a secret way, because these swords, think of them as like aligning the chakras. And so learn from everything that you've gone through so you don't have to go through it again, okay? You've already done it. You can say you've done it. It's over with. Face your fears. Face anything that is like low energy frequencies that are holding you back, or anything personally, okay? I remember there was a time where this was a long time ago, I you know, had this fear of heights, and I was in New Zealand. This was a long time ago when I had a job where I had to travel a lot. And so there's that, I don't know if you live in New Zealand or know about New Zealand. There's like, it's like a bungee jumping. I think it was in Auckland, but there's this bridge. And so I was like, okay, I'll do it, because I was there with a couple other people. I'm like, I'll do it. And I didn't think that it was like, I did the math in terms of like how high it was. I converted it wrong. I thought it was just, I didn't think it was going to be a high jump. It was like a high jump. And I was like so freaked out. I was so freaked out. I was like panicking. Okay. And guess whose name was called first? It was me. And I didn't want to be the first to go, but I was like, I got to face this fear. I got to face this fear. I have to face this fear. And I called upon my guides. I remember standing on the plank. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I was panicking. They basically pushed me off. Okay. But after I did it, completely different. You feel that energy. Okay. You feel like you're on a high. It's like facing that fear. It feels so good. It feels so good. All right. That what comes after it. And I felt like I could do anything after. Okay. I remember like screaming and wooing, like, oh my gosh, oh my God, like I did it. I did it. So have those moments. You're gonna love it. And then again, learn from it. And I was able to learn a lot from that experience in terms of like moving forward, and it made me feel a lot more empowered. All right, so have those moments, because remember, this is a card of new dawn. Okay, and so you're entering this new phase in your life, but you can continue to have those challenges that you've had in the past come up again and again and again and again and again, unless you learn from it. So you never have to, because like if that comes, if like there's some fear that you have that you don't face, and you enter this new chapter in your life, and then this fear comes up again, you're going to be stumped again. But if you conquer it, if you are that final girl in the horror movie chasing the monster, things are going to be very different. All right. So you did get the Chariot, which is why I'm really harping on this, because the Chariot came in your challenge area. And so you really do have to find that willpower. You really have to find that strength. You really have to find a way to balance those dualities in your life at this point. All right. There are going to be some things. I'm not going to lie. Having Scorpio in your 12th house, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy, especially when Mars and Mercury are there too. You're going to be in your head a lot, and but it's giving you this opportunity to transform. Remember, Scorpio is the native ruler of the 8th house of transformation, of death and rebirth, of cycles. Like, it's of power. Okay, and you want to feel empowered, not powerless. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, another reason why I'm harping on this big time is because you got the devil in your crown. There are fears you're going to have to face. There are things you know that you're going to have to face. And a lot of y'all will know that in October, there's going to be, you're going to have to let go of some things. Okay. You're going to have to let go of some things that are going to set you free. Okay. It really is. It's like, think about, like, if you let's say you just went to Trader Joe's. Okay, you're shopping. Okay, you got 2 bags. You got your food. You stop at another store. You got another bag. You stop at the Gucci store. You got another bag. You stop at the Radio Shack. You got another thing going on, if those still exist. You got a lot of stuff carrying. Okay, you got a lot of baggage. All right, you got to let some things go. Okay, you got to let some things go, because you got too much. You can't hold it all. It's burdening you, and it's having this impact on you physically too. And that's the other thing, is like, when you have all these, come on, we're all adults here, we know this. Like, when you stress, your head hurts, right? When you get anxious, your tummy may hurt. Okay, you get the jitters, right? The butterflies or whatnot, right? It's like, emotions do affect you physically, big time, big time. And like I said, Jupiter and Taurus are in your 6th house, all right, which does rule health. Like, you really have to let go of some of these things. Your body will appreciate it. Okay. So Sagittarius, let some things go, face your fears. Okay. A lot of y'all are possibly doing, it's like a lot of it may be money related, but there's some things that are affecting like your self-confidence and your self-worth and your self-value. And if you don't know it now, in October, you will know. You will know. Full moons illuminate. And the fact that Mercury's moving into Scorpio, like that detective-ish kind of energy, and then Venus moving into Virgo is a whole other thing that adds to it. So you will know, but you've got to let things go. Okay. It's going to, and the reason I bring that up is because the devil is ruled by Capricorn. As I said, Pluto is going direct. Pluto is in Capricorn in your second house of self-worth, self-value. There are things the devil is vices, addictions, bad behaviors, pessimistic thinking, all those things, like fear, everything that you have to just release. You know what? It is like it's draining your energy. Okay, so you've got to let it go. You've got to let it go. Okay, and again, it can have to do with money. That because it is your second house, it could be like fears about income or money wise, but especially because you didn't get any pentacles. But we'll figure out more when I pull your stuff. But you got the Emperor. You hear that? Was come on, that's a sign. Pay attention to this. That car honk. Did you hear that? With the Emperor coming up and the root of your spread, this is power. This is power. This is like responsibility, leadership, owning up. Okay. This is also mastery of self. Okay. That he's a ruler of his kingdom, of his empire, but also his destiny. This is confidence. Okay. He's got the world in his hand. Look at that. The orb representing the world. He's got the Egyptian Ankh in his other hand, that driving life force. He's dressed in red, passion, power. You see that he's also dressed in armor, fully protected. He's also ready to like fight for his team, for his family, for his army, for the people that he loves. Long white beard for wisdom. Like you've really, really, really have to like, okay, just really take life, be that final girl, okay? Chase those monsters away, all right? Whatever whether you want a chainsaw, whether you want a hatchet, is that a word? Hatchet, or I don't know, a taser, whatever you need. Chase those monsters away. All right, you've got this. There's going to be a lot of intensity this month. Scorpio, listen. Well, I'm sorry. With Scorpio being in your 12th house, that is going to be a lot of you unrooting things up here. Okay, in your head now. You got the Knight of Swords in your future. If you unroot things, you're going to be fine. You're going to be 1000% fine. The Knight of Swords, I mean, this is, come on, Uhtred, son of Uhtred, right? Bold, courageous. Look, he's going into the storm. He's the final girl chasing the monster. And so the swords, remember the mental suit. Now, you see the pattern here. Across your cross, you have sword, sword, sword. Actually, interestingly enough, all Gemini cards too. Interesting. Let me see something for you real quick. Huh. Okay. So yeah, partnerships and relationships may be a big thing for you for real, actually, because that is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Very interesting. Okay, Sagittarius. So that may be something that a fear of yours, and that can be work, business. It can be even love, romance. It can be even friendships too. Remember all that activity in your 11th house of friendships, your social network and groups you belong to. But you release all this. If you unroot things, learn from it, move into this new cycle, not get seduced by anything that you know is bad for you or not good for you or unhealthy for you or things that are holding you back. You're free as a bee or a butterfly, actually, because you see them on his armor. Okay, so this is very transformative energy. And again, this is like whoosh, free. Because knights are fire, swords are air. What happens when you put fire and oxygen together? Sagittarius, do you like my sound effects? Let me know in the comments. Let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I actually love hearing from y'all. I always want to know. I'm a Gemini rising. I love knowing these things. What's going on? And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all make my day. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful, and I really do appreciate it. And by the way, okay, so here's the other thing. I finally have, okay, long story short, you know how you see all my merchandise, like the little things like view products? I finally got around to doing those You're Good t-shirts. So there are those You're Good Sagittarius shirts. So take a look. And then like a lot of y'all had requested like phone cases. So I have those too, like Sagittarius. And then hoodies, because it's, you know, in the northern hemisphere it's fall. So so there's a lot of this stuff that y'all had requested that I'm sorry it took so long, but they're now in this store, and they're all you know, I mentioned this once or twice in a previous, I think in a live session, but anything that I make from this channel and from the merchandise store, it all goes toward like my brother and I are saving we're putting all this, we want to put a deposit on my, we want to buy a house for my parents. And so it all goes for good reason. All right. And look, come on, the mugs I have are amazing. You're going to love them. And that is a thing. But Sagittarius, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be in your head a lot. I don't want you to do it in a way where it's like psychological warfare. I want you to do it in a way where you're just unrooting things, but you're going to be 1000% fine. You just have to unroot things, and you have to face some of your fears this month. Okay. Now, Temperance. Okay. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just find that balance in your life. Find, when I say balance, get rid of the things that are just taking up space in your life that you just know you don't need. Okay. You have a wonderful archangel here, one that's telling you to trust your intuition too. Okay. There's a lot of balance energy. When you let your intuition guide you, that really helps. You even see the sun on his forehead. Okay. Right on the pineal gland. All right. So trust your intuition. Okay. It's going to make the big difference here. Finding that balance, even within spiritually. All right. That mind, body, spirit. All right. Bring mind and body together first, and then bring spirit in. Okay. So you're going to be fine, and just enjoy life. That's what I want you to do. I want you to enjoy life, not stress about anything, and unroot things, though. Okay? You can do it at the same time. And if you need support, remember, you are Sagittarians. Y'all have a lot of friends. You have a lot of friends. So reach out to people, okay? If you need to. All right? Now, you got the High Priestess. This is absolutely amazing because the High Priestess came in your external factors area. And so what does this mean? It means the fact that Scorpio, all this activity in Scorpio in your 12th house, you're going to be completely fine because the High Priestess is the guardian of the subconscious. You're going to be good. Came up in your external factors area. And so a lot of y'all want it anyway. A lot of y'all want that. A lot of y'all want to unroot things and face your fears. And so You're fine. You're 1000% fine. Okay. A lot of wisdom here. Okay. Especially with, when you go deep, when you do unroot things, when you trust your intuition, it makes all that difference. And like I said, if there are any fears that you have, unroot them. Okay. And you will be guided, especially if you trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine here. You did get the Five of Swords, but where it lands in your spread, it's just saying that this is what you don't want anymore. You don't want fights. You don't want conflict. You don't want like egos. And you don't want any of that. You just want it all done. You don't want to have to be in a situation where you have to like choose your battles wisely, and you know what I mean? Like, you want everyone to drop their swords at this point. Okay. So this is really great because it's what's happening here is showing me that like all of this is it can be easier than you think that it would be. Okay. And then lastly, you're going to be absolutely fine. You got the 10 of cups in your final outcome. This is happy family, happy couple, happy children, happy everything, happy everything. All right. You see the cups aligned in the rainbow. That's a lot of enlightenment. Cups is love, emotions, feelings, intuition as well. And the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future in your final outcome. You're going to be absolutely fine. What time is it? Okay, good. Okay, so you're going to be fine. Just spend time getting out of this headspace where you feel that you like if you have like lack of confidence or if you feel like there's a lot going on, cut out all that white noise. Cut out those things that you don't need. Be the final girl, okay? Be the final girl chasing the villain, chasing the monster. You're going to be fine. You're actually going to be 1000% fine, but you have to take action. You have to take action. And again, a lot of this may have to do with partnerships and relationships, whether in love and romance or career and business or, you know, even just your passions and even one-on-one relationships, even like with like a BFF, okay, or whatnot. There could be a new one coming into your life, by the way. Anyway, let's break it down like I promised, week by week. The first week for you, Sagittarius. I'm only going to point out like the key dates that I think you really should know about. And again, all the descriptions are in the description box, and I will talk a lot more about these in the weekly readings. Now, the first day I want you to know is Mercury is going to trine Pluto on the 3rd. This is really good for you, okay? This is absolutely good for you, and I really, really want you to know that it's almost like you're going to feel very influential, like to the point where you can't believe that, like, what, like people listen, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be feeling a lot empowered. All right, remember that we're talking about Pluto here, very powerful planet. Really interesting. Remember, at this point Mercury is still in Virgo. All right, so very, very interesting, because remember what I said, that this is your 10th house of career, and then Pluto, you know, Mercury training Pluto in your second house, right? Salary. So could be a lot of you. It's just a really good day for like business deals and negotiations and whatnot, like gains, like the kids say, like hashtag gains. On the 4th, Mercury is entering Libra. All right. So this is that like balance energy, that compromise energy. This is really, really like just moving forward mentally too. Okay. So keep that in mind. And then on the 8th, Mars is going to square Pluto. It is a day that you could feel really empowered. I want you to use that energy toward your passions, pour it towards like unrooting things. Okay. Because it can be it can be an aggressive day. Okay. A power trippy day. It's like come at me bro energy. So keep that in mind. There could be some confrontations that is possible, but if you can avoid it by just focusing on what you need, all right, for your ambitions, okay, and your goals. And also that same day Venus enters Virgo. Again, this is your 10th house of career. Venus in Virgo, by the way, is really, it's more like the analytical side, like researchy kind of stuff. Again, this isn't happening in your 10th house of career, but again, it's more like just being practical. Venus isn't like, I'm not going to lie, Venus is in its fall in Virgo. Um, just wait until next month when Venus moves into Libra. It's a lot nicer, but it's not bad. It's just like, the analogy I've been using is like you're in this situation where you're about to kiss somebody, right? And it's just like this very just like in the moment. Oh gosh, so romantic. And so you're about to kiss someone, but that person is like, oh wait a minute, can you actually pull your hair back a little bit, because it's gonna like I think that I don't want your hair in my face, and actually will you tilt your head a little bit this way because I like, and then here's some lip balm, will you put that on real quick, or actually you know what, I want to take a selfie too, so hold on, will you tilt your head this way because the sun is over here, I think I want this plant in the photo as well. That's Venus in Virgo. But hey, you still get the kiss. Okay? So it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just like you'll know it, all right? You'll feel it. But again, a lot of this is gonna be toward like career and fame. Big fame. Fame, fame, fame. By the way, that's what's happening the first week. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, in the first week of, well, haha. That was not your card. All right, so let me do that again. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of October. They're good. Page of Cups. There's a lot of Mercury activity happening this week. And so Mercury is a planet of communication. Mercury is the messenger. The pages are messengers. You could be getting a lot of intuitive downloads. So really trust your intuition. Really be open to your intuition this week, okay? Because Cups, remember intuition, but also, so you could be getting like a lot of intuitive messages. The Page of Cups is very intuitive, but really at this point, it's like there is something new coming through where it's almost like you let all of this go. It'll be easier for you to follow your bliss, all right? But again, there could be something new that comes through the first week for you. I really love it, and it could be a message that in your external world as well. All right, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It something something's going on with your family, by the way. Family, children, relationships again is a big thing. Your home, are you moving? That was the thing for you? Saturn is in Pisces, okay? And the Page of Cups is very Piscean, by the way. So that is your fourth house, your domestic sector. So there could be something around that, around your home, around family, relationship, children. Keep that in mind. You even see the fish right here, coming out of the cup. But look how compelled he is with the fish, by the way. All right, so something that's going to like push you to follow your bliss. Now, the second week, Sagittarius, Pluto does go direct. Okay, Pluto's been retrograde since May, going direct on the 10th, and then the day after, Mars enters Scorpio. You better mark this in your calendar. This is big, okay? Mars is going to be here for a while. And this is that big power burst. This is you just being in charge of your passions, taking action, okay? Powering up that leadership activity. Remember, you did get the Emperor, all right? Very, like, he is like the father of tarot, so the divine masculine. So remember, it came in the root of your spread. So again, there could actually literally be like some issues with, masculine energy in your life. All right. Um, but anyway, Mars entering Scorpio is really, it's that like you're no longer messing around. You're going after the things you want. Okay. You've had enough with things that have been clogging up your headspace, letting it go. Mars in Scorpio it can be intense, it can be heated, but just think about the things that you want to invest in and focus on that. Okay. The great thing is Mars is trining Saturn on the 13th. Okay. So this is one of the best days of the month. This is two malefic planets trining, which is very auspicious. And so not only is this a great day, because it's a great day, like you could sign a contract, you could enter a new relationship, you could get a new job, you could get a new client, so many so many great things around this time. You could move into a new house. You could remember Saturn in Pisces, right? In your fourth house. You could have something that is just going to a lot of relationship activity, but something that's just going to let your passion soar, right? And so this is happening after you got the Page of Cups, so which really, really, really great. I mean, it's just like you will feel unstoppable now. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of like Mars in Scorpio like increases like your passions, your energy levels, your sex drive, like a lot. Like it's really intense. Like you're gonna feel it. All right. So a lot of love going around, but it's still what makes this day amazing is that it happens right before the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. All right. So package this together 13th, 14th, 15th of October. It's huge. And this new moon solar eclipse in Libra, like I said, is happening during Libra season. Like, remember, Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. But for you specifically, it's in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. So I really love this. There is something new developing for you, for sure. It really like there is some like radical change happening. Okay, radical change. So let's see what's going on for you. All right, for the second week of October, which is very loaded, so much going on, so much going on. But Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for the second week of October. Oh, you got the Netta ones. Who is Sagittarius? All right. So I absolutely love this for you. Knights are mutable. Wands are fire. You are the mutable fire sign. And by the way, knights are fire and wands are fire. So this is double fire. And so it's like, this is absolutely amazing. Like I said, you can still have fun. You're gonna have a lot of drive. You're gonna have a lot of ambition. During this time, you're gonna also let things go. All right, you're gonna be in your head. You're gonna just, you're gonna. It's almost like you are running, 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 and then there's, all these little. It's like a video game. There's just things you have to dodge. But instead of dodging them, you actually like pick them up and say, boop, right? And think of that like as in unrooting things, like fears that you have to face, like things like that, right? But you're gonna be fine. You're like flying, okay? Flying with your passions. This is a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion with the Knight of Wands, all right? Also, very transformative energy, too. You got two knights here, all right? So, really, that empowerment energy, a lot of chivalry, too, with the knights. By the way, that's where the word comes from. Do you know that? Chivalry, chevaliere, knight rider. Isn't that crazy? A lot of romantic stuff happening too. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for the. Oh, by the way, you could be doing some travel around the second week or planning travel. Okay, so third week of October. The sun is going to conjunct Mercury. This is amazing. This is on October 19th. I want you to mark this in your calendar. This is a wonderful Cazimi. Now, this is on the superior side of the sun. And so what I mean by that is that when we had a Mercury Cazimi last month, not too long ago. And so but Mercury was retrograde and it was in a different sign. And so this one is like, again, like those light bulb moments, like stark moment of clarity, really thinking about what you need in your life, what you need to eliminate from your life, what is going to bring you peace, what is going to bring you justice. Like if there's something that you need to face, you need to face it now. Letting something go. But I really love this one. I really, 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 really absolutely love this one. Okay. So again, a lot of it can have to do with like partnerships and relationships, but the 20th and the 21st are challenging days. We'll talk about it more in the weekly readings. We have the Mercury and Sun squaring Pluto. So just be chill. We'll talk about it more. This is like those power struggle, power tripping days. Pluto's really just like naughty. Okay. So Pluto right now is that, he's that 80s villain, which is the rich white teenager with his collar flipped up and he's wearing the sunglasses and he's, pushing around the nerds and you know what I mean? Like that Pluto's being that type of person right now. So you don't want to, it's just like a lot of ego at play around these days. So it's like just I'm gonna guide you through this in the weekly readings, but it is just like 2 days that could be like power struggly. Now the good news is Venus is gonna trine Jupiter on the 21st, one of the best days of the month. All right, so we love Venus trining Jupiter. Venus is no longer retrograde. This is all about beauty. This is all about luck. This is all about love. This is all about joy. I really want you to get a spa treatment, okay? I really want you to go get a massage, okay, on this day. Please plan for a massage because it's going to be really good for you. You're going to be laying there. You're going to be, feeling really good because you're going to get a massage. But at the same time, you're going to be thinking about things and unrooting things, the things that, you have to let go. All right. Now, Mercury will enter Scorpio. Again, we're going to talk about this a lot more in the weekly, but this is very like no filter kind of aspect. It is very like intuitive though. It's very intuitive. It's like, that detective energy, like kind of like Virgo, but in a different way. All right. It's a little bit more intense. It's still very analytical. It's very like Daniel Craig and like Knives Out. Okay. It's being very direct too, being very direct. But it's like, you've taken your concentration supplements, you're good. Mercury will trine Saturn on the 22nd. Another great day. Again, of communicating. Travel is a big thing here. Contracts could be a thing, but just think long term. But in any case, let's see what's going on for you for the third week of October. You're good. You're getting there. You're getting there. I love this. I love this, actually. It's like, remember how I said it's like you're done with the BS, like letting things go. By the third week, yeah, you're good. This is like power. This is authority. Remember, swords are the mental suit, okay? The swords are the mental suit. Communicate the things that you need. Feel very empowered, okay? Feel very empowered about your future, okay? And where you are now, all right? And the things that you want. There's a lot of changes that are going to be happening. This is the only king that looks directly at you, all right? Pairs very well with you too. And so like not hiding from any of your, like facing all your truths, okay? Facing all your fears. He has no fear. He has absolutely no fear. Head above the clouds, all right? Look at his sword. It's tilted. He's ready to strike, okay? Be that final girl. chasing the villain. All right. The other thing is the King of Swords is Aquarius, and that is your third house of communication. All right. So communicate the things that you need. You're going to feel a lot of power and authority. I love this for you. You're going to be good. You're going to be absolutely fine. Okay. Just take action. That's all there's to it. Take action for the things that you want. All right. And removing things that you don't need. And then that's taking up too much headspace. Last week of October, we officially enter Scorpio season. Mark October 24th in your calendars, Sun trining Saturn. This is amazing, 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 amazing. I love this day. In fact, I have like 4 exclamation marks after it. Like, this is a great day. And I'm going to talk about it more in the weekly reading. Okay. This is a day where there's, for you, clearly a lot of like, again, home, family, children, partner, parents, like a lot of good feel stuff, but things that are setting you up for like long-term, like longevity, commitment energy. It's just a great day. Okay. Just be laser focused on your goals. And then we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. Again, this is, it's funny because it's happening during Scorpio season. Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. It's just going to be very high energy. All right. This is when you figure out what is going to bring me comfort, what is going to bring me stability, especially financial stability as well. That's going to be a big thing for you, but just expect like radical change because, there are going to be some oppositions to Jupiter, but they're good ones. Again, we will talk about that more in the weekly reading, but I love this. Okay. Just remember, this is a full moon lunar eclipse. It's a full moon that's like, full moons illuminate, okay? Things are going to be illuminated. Things are going to culminate. All right. So I love that Venus is in Virgo, trining Jupiter in Taurus and Pluto in Capricorn. Like, this is okay. So great day. And then the 31st, well, 29th is really great. Mercury's conjuncting Mars. We'll talk more about that. You're going to feel unstoppable. Okay. You're going to feel unstoppable. And then the 31st, Venus trining Uranus, 5-star day. Love it. Love it. Love it. Remember, Venus is no longer retrograde. And you are going to be absolutely, Uranus is a planet of breakthroughs, innovation, surprises too. This is Halloween, all right, if you live in these neck of the woods. So expect some like really crazy fun costumes, okay? Very outside the box. You could even have some too. But in general, this is a day, and I want you to hear me loud and clear. This is a day where you need to go out there, you need to go socialize, you need to go meet people, you need to go mingle. I mean, Venus, the ruling planet for Taurus, okay, and Jupiter, Uranus, in Taurus, in your 6th house, okay? So everyday activities, work, labor, health. So it is a time where you could actually, it's Venus trine Uranus. Uranus, a planet of surprises. Venus, a planet of love and money and sex and, beauty. It's a day where you could meet someone it's those encounters that are like sliding doors, right? Like, you could meet your soulmate. You can meet like your next new boss. You can meet someone that you're going to partner with to open a bakery. You can meet, you just never know. You never know. You better go out there. You better go out there and socialize. All right. So let's see what's going on for you for the week of the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, the week that the sun enters Scorpio. And we have sun trining Saturn. I mean, this is a loaded week. Again, really loaded month, a big month. But Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of October. You got the 8 of Cups. Good for you. Good for you. You're definitely leaving. It's at this point, by the end of the month, you're leaving things behind because things are better for you. And hello, it's eclipse month. You see an eclipse happening in this card. Secondly, this card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, which I've brought up several times. It's a big thing happening for you in your 4th house. home, okay? Your domestic sector, relationships, family, children. There's something that, like, a lot of y'all could be moving. A lot of y'all could be moving, thinking about moving. It could be a thing, all right? Or doing something about your place. But even still, there's going to be something illuminated where you realize this is not good for me. I'm moving forward. I know something's better for me. You're good, okay? Just be aware of it, especially with the devil in your crown. Just be aware of those things that are like really just draining you, things that you know you need to get rid of. All right. So, Sagittarius, with that said, oh gosh, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would really be great if you subscribe, leave comments, and if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Next week we're going to go a little deeper into a lot that's happening, but again, be prepared. This is a game-changing gangbusters month. All right, Sagittarius, thanks so much. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.